Привет.
Привет. We are on the channel again. Since we've spoken to our friend Kirill, now we're going to talk about our prophetic abilities. Наши ясновидящие способности, потому что девушка моя, Рэй, она тоже ясновидящая. Are you clairvoyant? Are you prophetic?
Let's break that down first.
Let's break that down. We all, I said this morning, we all have the ability, you people, не понимаете? Мы все имеем эту способность видеть красиво. Ясновидящий, значит, ясно видит. Это значит, we have a word in Russian, ясновидящий means clairvoyant, clear vision. Mm-hmm. Clear visionary, it's like a person, they call it a prophet, or they call here psychic. I hate the word psychic, like some voodoo, like some charlatan, like a, like a con artist. No, these are people, forget all these tarot cards, the palm, and there's some things about that I don't know too much. Это не то, что гадание на кофейной гуще. Есть какие-то, может, я не знаю, может какие-то там энергии мне неизвестны. Тут гораздо все проще. Тут человек, хороший психолог, любой, скажет человеку, что с ним было, есть и будет. Если будет так, как он делает. А то, что кто-то думает, some people think you're a prophet if you say, you're gonna win a lottery or something crazy like that, or you're gonna have an accident in a month. Это не, скажи, что кто-то выиграл, that's not it. Это не ясновидящий. To predict an event, that's first very difficult. Some people may have a certain energy, like Rasputin. We had a guy. He may have felt certain energies, and again, he was a very geopolitically. Он был очень грамотным человеком, он с царем общался, он знал политически, сказал царю, не иди на войну, на Первую мировую. Потом все поломалось, и коммунисты пришли. This is history. This is, the guy was telling Tsar, do not go to World War I, because the country, Russia, was in a bad shape. He did not listen to this prophet. Rasputin. Have you ever got Rasputin?
No.
Whatever. Gregory. One of the most famous prophets we had 100 years ago. They killed him. Убили его. Nobody liked him. He was talking a lot of truth. Having said that, how much battery we got? Let me see. Oh, we got plenty of battery. So, the thing is, he said, don't go to war. He saw Николай II. Посмотрите, это в кино было. Кино очень хорошо все это отражает. Я уверен, я не читал конкретно, но это логично так, наверное, могло быть. Может быть, похоже, что это было. Тут не важно, было так или нет. Так бывало в мире. These things happen. A guy tells, some advisor tells a king or a president, don't go to war. They go to war and things get messed up.
Yeah.
Wars are horrible. Horrible. Unless you're being attacked. Well, then you have to go. But to attack, to gain territory and kill people, you tell me that's good? Хотите, что you want your kids, God forbid, your kids to go to war for some territory or some territorial dispute? Some communism versus capital? No. Это ужас, война. For that, for anything, hopefully things can be done in peace. Having said that, this guy told him, don't go to war. Country's gonna get screwed up. People are gonna hate you. And then new people came, communists, and overthrew. First было временное правительство, потом... Короче, там все получилось плохо. Мы не будем сейчас в историю вдаваться. But country went backwards 100 years with communism. Because the people maybe did not listen to this one guy. He said, don't go to war. We people of Russia don't need that war. You're not gonna go and shoot people. You're gonna send people. Somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's father. You will send. They'll die. For what? For some English, French, Prussia, and all that, political nonsense? Not good. Having said that, see, I get all excited. So let's break that down. What were you gonna break down? Tell me.
Let's break down what a prophet is.
What is a prophet to you?
means.
That's important. You're right. What's a prophet to you?
A prophet is someone who foresees events.
Foresees what?
Events.
Events. Okay. Like what do you? Okay, so that's interesting. Like what? Like, well, give me an example of an event that if I foresaw an event and you say, "Dad, this guy is a freaking prophet," what would that be? What kind of event?
Could be any event. It could be something as simple as if you're driving and you see two cars is about to crash. And a person can foresee that.
You can
foresee that.
That's very complicated. And some people may have that ability. Maybe they have that eerie feeling, dreams.
We all have it in us.
We do, and you have to be really in tune. And again, I don't know too much about that. I don't have that ability. I don't have that. Sometimes I see something, maybe, but that I don't have. Этого нет. Я не могу предвидеть то, что будет. Some people have. By the way, those people make mistakes. And that's why some people say Nostradamus. Как его звали этот русский? Messing. Wolf Messing. We had a Wolf Messing guy. Some people say he was perfect. Some people say he was never right. No one gets it. No one has a story straight about these people. Yeah. Tell me. And by the way, where is a person like that now? It's always in a post facto, retrospectively. Уже потом все говорят, он знал. Well, where was he when that was about to happen? Who's saying to us about 9/11? People say, people were foreseeing. Well, I didn't hear anything about that. And if they did, how come no one did anything about it? It's very iffy.
Very iffy.
That is, some people may have that. I don't know. I don't have a good belief in that. That people can see reliably. Because one time I could be right. Well, then if the next time I'm wrong, then what is that? How are you gonna trust me if I get it 70%? Well, the third I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. You don't want a doctor. Doctors do that. Doctors are prophets. This is why I have that. I have to diagnose something and kind of see how this is gonna work out and tell, hey, if you do this, this is what's gonna be. So this is my job in a way, but not magically. There is a lot of thinking that goes on to this. Думать. So anyway, so what do you think prophet is? That. So you think it's magical?
I don't think it's magical.
Well, foreseeing an event is kind of like, how do you do that? That's magical, no?
By observing, you just.
How do you know you're driving? If you know everybody's driving nice, and then you think someone, if the guys are swerving on the road, если кто-то плохо едет, so then I can get it. But if there's no reason for you to think that something's going to happen, what would make you? That's just magical.
I think a lot plays into it. The observing, the intuition,
But I'm not, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, I'm not talking about those. That's very rare.
Okay.
And look how many people, I was just thinking Kobe Bryant, like so many people, famous people, like visionaries, presidents, John Kennedy, one of the best people that's ever lived to me is John Kennedy. He to me saved the world from that's my thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Nuclear disaster. Khrushchev. That's a whole different discussion. I love John Kennedy. He's a good man, I think, from what I've read and from what I've heard. Yeah, he helped black people a lot. He did a lot of stuff from affirmative action. People commented on, you don't even know what the person who said, affirmative action, they don't know what that means. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, to me that's magical. And we see clearly disasters strike, tsunami. Like, seriously, we had remember that tsunami? This was 2003 or 4? It was a monstrous tsunami.
Somewhere in Asia?
Yeah, in Asia. Half the world got swept by this horrible in Indian Ocean. 100,000 people died. 2003 or 4. Horrific. No one said anything. So to me, World War II, people were saying disasters, earthquakes, no one's talking. So I doubt that these prophets really exist reliably. I am different. I don't claim to be that, you see. Maybe I could work on that, but I don't really believe that. I don't know how to work on that. Having said that, there's another way to be a prophetic is by learning about someone's life. Do you believe in that prophecy?
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
In other words, if I tell a person, you and that guy are not going to work out, that's prophetic. Because they don't see it, no one sees it. Say, they look great together. Say, no, they're not. Watch. And they break up. People told me about me and my ex. That's not going to work. I said, they were right. Grandpa says, I told you. Because ABC, because she told you get out. The second date, you came, she said, no. You know the whole story. The whole thing is, you don't believe that? Like I tell you, for example, that the way you were leading your life is not conducive. It's not fruitful to a prosperous life. You don't believe it?
So that falls under prophetic.
That I call it prophetic. It's just, I like the word, but it's a very, you can call it shrewd, you could call it intuitive, you could call it having a good vision, being wise. People who were wise in all these tribes and everything, they had a good sense of direction. You know, that's all it is. I call it prophetic. I just like the
judgment.
Yeah, it's called the good judgment. Because that's what judgment is, to see how future will shape. So I say, ясновидящий, please. I'm talking, I can tell how people have relationships, how that will work, and I'm usually right. Have I been right? You know,
right.
I've been right. Have I been wrong? I'm a human, I can make mistakes. But I have
From the stories you told me, you've been right.
Let's talk about a real story right now. Ready? Interesting. This happened today. People say, oh, this lady here, how is she here? How does she tolerate you flirting with other women? We'll explain it. We'll explain. People don't understand. Heck, fillet. So, let's explain. So, there was a lady here. I wish you've seen her in one of the videos, but I'm not going to say who. We'll preserve our privacy. Мы ее будем, ее incognito. How do you say privacy in Russian? Ее личностные интересы, мы не будем личность ее говорить, кто это, короче, личность ее раскрывать. Не могу говорить по-русски, I can't translate. Anyway, so she was here, we had lunch today. See, I'm saying this to you, most men would not admit that. Okay. That was a lady, I am attracted to that lady too. I can show you a picture, but then we can't. So anyway, very beautiful lady. 20 in her mid-20s, we're not going to say how old. In her mid-20s, she's here. She's in the, now I'll tell you her story. She's in the middle of a, kind of like broken, but kind of sees this guy, and she's not sure, and it's like several years of a relationship, quite a few years. From, let's say, from 4 to 6 years of relationship, on and off. She's in her mid-20s. Okay? Similar age to you. Okay, so I was telling her, so then she goes, she sees another person, travels to see another one, kind of friends with the other person. First man gets jealous. She goes, why is he getting jealous? This is just my friend. But then, somehow, she kisses a friend. Why would the other guy get jealous? She says, we didn't know we were gonna kiss. Seriously? What do you think you were gonna do? Play domino? I told you, you think you're gonna play domino? No. People kiss when they go on vacations. Yeah, they kiss. And that's prophetic. You go with the men, you may kiss him. Now, why are you going? Oh, but we friends. No. Ain't no friendship between men and women. Write that down. Запомните, нету дружбы между мужчинами и женщинами чистой. Бывает исключения. Could be exceptions. But they're rare. Somebody is liking somebody, usually both. They may not be aware of it. Subconsciously. Like you have a friend, D. They claim both that they're not liking. Please, they like each other. They're attracted. I know. Now she knows. She may not be aware of it. Or maybe are you aware of it? Now maybe she's aware.
There's nothing there.
What?
We're just friends. There's nothing there.
You hear that? That's called confused. Confused lady. That happens. Women do get that state, confusion. Of course there is something. Why are you talking to the guy? He's a friend of yours?
I like him.
You like him?
Yeah, I like him.
How do you like him? Whatever. I'm not
romantically.
Okay, whatever. She's just...
Alright, so back to the
story. So anyway, so she's here, and we talk about it, and I say, listen, what do you think about the situation like that?
When you travel to see someone...
She went on a trip with another guy.
Yeah, I mean, something's gonna happen. Nothing
happened, but they did kiss. Whatever. I'm just saying. What do you think about her relationship with the first guy?
I feel like that's non-existent.
Exactly. Well, she's still thinking. She's not sure. he thinks the first guy is thinking about moving into the States, or she, bunch of nonsense.
Too much confusion.
Too much. So do you think they should be together after like several years, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, let's say something?
No.
Answer is no. That's not, doesn't work. They have no kids here, and they're already having so much problems. It's not gonna get better.
No.
There are exceptions, but they're very rare. So, I want to pick that up. So we just gotta be quick. That's not the one. That's not the one. The one has to be joyous. Должно быть наслаждение, должно быть радость, любовь. At least nice and like natural, like neutral. Хотя бы чтобы нейтрально, потому что такие проблемы уже 20-some years old, please. That's ridiculous. Then you gotta say like this, oh, maybe see, no, that's bad. It's going in a red light. She's here for a month. She's saying no to come and meet our friend who you just saw, AK. See, this could be a good man for her. It's a behavior. Tomorrow, I may meet another man for her. She's a very attractive woman. She has a lot to offer. She has a lot of brain. Like you. Now since you haven't been here for 2 days, you haven't said hi to a man. Why? I've been talking to all the women that call me. I call women. I say, hey, what's up? In any case, so what would you recommend to this woman? What would you recommend to her? Let's say
I don't have any recommendations.
just chill out. So she's confused now. She doesn't know what to do with this first guy. What would you tell her about the first guy? About the
first
second guy?
that she's on and off with?
Yes, that one.
Why I don't see why you would want to be on and off with somebody.
Oh, how many times it happened to you in your life? A lot happened to me. You're not sure. You go back. It's nice. Sex is okay. She loves sexually. They're great. He's a nice guy. Very smart guy. Great
Either
family.
keep it casual or cut it off completely.
Keep it casual. Keep it casual. What do you mean by that? I don't get it. What does it
If
mean?
she wants to only have sex with him, then
Say that.
maybe she only wants to have sex with him.
So that's called casual.
Yes.
Now, this is what I want to tell people, especially women now. Women, listen up. I tell you women to listen up because women don't understand this. Let me ask you as a woman, do you think you can effectively, so it has to be effective, to keep things casual with one and look well for another while you're having sex with one? Even though it's just a lover. Very important. These are rules.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? You keep it like with me. Take me. We're having a relationship. Can you now, or anyone, effectively look for another while you are living here with me and we are sexually active like normal people? It's okay. Sorry. I'm not going to hurt nobody's feelings and I'm chewing. Whatever. Tell me.
You say, can women do that? Maybe some women have the gift of doing that, but I think a lot of women cannot. Take me, for example. I'm not effectively looking for someone. I was when we were new and fresh, but...
So, I tell you this very simple, blunt. The answer is no. Maybe there is a woman like Marilyn Monroe and even her. Once in a Madonna, I don't know, some real outgoing women? Maybe. Specifically women. Men have an issue too. I tell you about that because you see, you read up on this, people. Почитайте книги, я вам дам литературу. Даже того Алекса Лесли. Вот хороший Alex Leslie is a good guy. But read other men. Read relationship books. They'll tell you. Women, when they're in a relationship, even if it's casual, they're emotionally, mentally involved. Especially women. They may say it's casual, but it takes a very unusual woman to keep it so casual and yet be looking
Yeah.
And then to find the man, which is great, by the way. I tell you to do it. You cannot do it. Because you're occupied here. Your mind, everything is here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say what else is occupied. All of that has energy of a man you're with.
Yeah.
It's true. For a woman, it's very difficult to look for another man while you are casual even. Casual. And it's difficult for a man, though less. I know for me, and I'm very open, when I'm with a woman, me looking for another becomes dampened. There's a word. It becomes kind of like suppressed. I'm not hungry.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
I am not out there. I'm not searching as predatorily as I should be, with my energy fully focused. Because I know I have a woman at home, or a woman that I date and I see a couple of times a week. Why stress?
You even said you felt settled. So when you
Yes.
feel settled and
Women-
comfortable, you don't have that drive
Absolutely not.
seek
You're
out.
right. You're right. So be careful. Even casual relationships, you need to be like, I allow myself this casual relationships, but I feel like even when I have them, am I looking for... Да, дорогой. Always. Ты знаешь, мы сейчас пишем видео. Солнышко, ты знаешь, что ты мне родной человек, поэтому даже это goes without saying. Тем более это правда. Ты в постели монстр, что я могу сказать? Ну вот так вот, да, вот такая ситуация. Что можно сделать? Слушай, я сейчас, подожди. Давай сейчас сделаю то, что я говорил. Сейчас тебе напишу эту информацию. Ну, я не могу на канале такие вещи, мне неудобно. Мы пишем видео. Я тебе напишу информацию, которую я хотел написать. Да нет. Ну вот, код. Цифровой код, да. Давай, ладно, не понимаю. Давай. I don't know if he's coming or not. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Casual relationships.
So what's the point? What's the point?
The point is to be detached from commitment. Goodness.
So tell me.
Can you open this, please?
So tell me, listen, tell me, because I'm curious. So what do you recommend to this woman? Close it like that, I can't even open it. People say don't do that. Messes up your teeth. So tell me, what do you think the woman should do? What do you think your advice would be to her?
To figure out what she wants and focus on it.
Figure out.